so funny. Bruh. Hi horse, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my most toxic friendship that I've ever had. Hi, it's me from the future. I'm currently editing this video and I just want to get this out of the way because it's been bugging me. The minute I saw it I knew I effed up, but I'm not going to re-record just because of my hair. Anyway, so yes, my hair is looking crazy. It's going to look like that for the rest of the video and I'm deeply sorry. So I got bangs like 2 months ago and I hated it. It was really impulsive. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, I did it, and they're currently growing out, so therefore they look a little choppy. My hair just looks crazy. So I just want to say I'm sorry for that. It's gonna be like that for the rest of the video, so if it bugs you, I'm really sorry. It bugs me, I know that for a fact. Just ignore it, please. My bangs are going. It's been tough. It's been tough out here. Anywho, I hope you enjoy the video, so bye. I've actually been wanting to do this for quite a while, but last time I was going to film this, I was really sick and I just didn't want to do it because I didn't want to be like coughing the whole time and then being toda mocosa, you know? So I chose to hold off until today. So I'm going to name this person, it's a girl, I'm going to name her Eyebrows because she had really good eyebrows. I actually wrote down little notes on my phone to go in order because I do be everywhere with my stories. Okay, how we met. So I met this girl freshman year of high school. You know how in school everybody already has their group of friends? Well, my group of friends were basically the Latinas, the Chita girls, but the nice ones, you know? I've known those girls since middle school, so our group was already solid. And then I want to say the beginning, probably November, is when I saw this girl in our group, but she was really silent and she wasn't really talking, and I'd never met her before, so I was like, okay, I don't know if somebody from my friend group invited her to sit at our lunch table or just to talk with us, you know, because my friends were really nice. If there were new girls or new people that we thought were lonely, we would invite them to have lunch with us that day, and sometimes they stayed and other times they didn't, but we just thought it was nice to have the invite, you know, because sitting alone at lunch really sucks. So I thought, I was maybe she's one of those girls, and I don't know. And I was like, hey, I don't think we've met before. She told me her name. I was like, nice to meet you, whatever. And then we would have small conversations here and there, but it wasn't anything deep. I was like, okay. Actually, at first I didn't really like her. I thought she was really snuck up and I don't know, just really weird. I don't know, I just didn't really vibe with her at first. I would make small talk with her, but it would never lead to anything more. But I remember this one day we were out in the courtyard, just we were all talking, you know, and then my friends would always get lunch towards the end, actual food, because the lines were already gone and you would just walk in, get your food and walk out. And so my friends chose to go get noodles that one day and me and Eyebrows were together in the back walking and talking, you know, heading towards the cafeteria. And then she was like, oh my god, I think that guy with the floral backpack is really cute. And I was like, what guy? She's like, the one with the floral backpack. And so I'm looking for him, and then and I was like, no way. And she's like, yeah, I have this class with him and he's really cute. And I got so excited. I was like, oh my god, no way, there's no way. And she's like, what? I was like, dude, I like a guy who's in their friend group. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, he's super sweet, we're talking, whatever. And she's like, no way, that's funny. And I was like, yeah, it is. And if you knew me in freshman year, I was crazy. Of course I was young, I just didn't care. I remember that night I went home and I was talking to the boy. What should I call him? I'm gonna call him Buttons because he just because if you know, you know, period. Anyways, so I was talking to Buttons. I was like, dude, my friend likes your homie, let's get them together, da, da, da. And he was like, no way. I was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. And he so happened to be hanging out with that guy right after school. They would always hang out because apparently that was his best friend. I didn't know, but that was his best friend. I was like, oh my god. And so he was like, my friend says to send him a picture of your friend. I was like, he's me, want to know what she looks like. I was like, okay. So then I remember I was Snapchatting eyebrows. I was like, girl, like, send me a picture of you where you look cute. Like, and I told her, she was like, why did you do that? Like, you didn't have to do that. I thought he was cute. I was like, no, I'm gonna make this happen. Like, just send me a picture of yourself. And so she sends me a cute selfie, and then I send it to Buttons, and he shows his friend. He's like, wow, like, he thinks she's cute. Send me her snap. So then I sent him her snap, and then like they start talking, whatever. And then like I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, okay, cool, like that's nice. And then we just got to talking about something else, and then like me and Eyebrows started to get like closer as the school year went on. Like I started hanging out with her, and like I was like, wow, she's actually pretty cool, because she was so different than me. Like we were such opposites, but I was just so like intrigued by her. So then one day she invited me over to her house after school, and I was like, sure, like I'm down. And we went to Safeway to get like stuff to make dinner. Eyebrows is vegetarian, so she doesn't eat meat, and so it was hard for us to like get food that we both liked, you know, like it was just difficult. And so we chose to make pizza. So I say that word so weird, pizza. Anyway, we chose to make pizza together, so that way she could have like her half of the stuff that she wanted and my half of like what I wanted. And so we bought like all the ingredients. We would walk, because obviously first of all we were like 15, 14, like we didn't drive, we didn't have cars, like, and the store was really close to our house, so it was really convenient. So I remember we walked to there and back. So we're at our house, we're putting our stuff together, and like she's Snapchatting the boy that she likes, and I'm Snapchatting the guy that I like. I don't know what she told him, like, oh, I'm gonna make food for us, like whatever to eat for my friend and I. He told her something about like, oh my god, I wish I was there to eat with you or whatever. And then she was like, oh, come over, like you should come over. And it was so weird, like I swear it was unplanned, but when I was hanging out with Eyebrows, the guy that she's talking to was hanging out with Buttons. So we were like both hanging out, you know, separately, but like with the same person that we liked. And so she asked me, she's like, is it okay if I invite them? Like he would bring his friend, so that way like we both have somebody to talk to, whatever. And I was like, and I had never hung out with Buttons like before this. Like I think maybe once in the library, like just really short amount of time, and then like that was it. We'd never been like, I don't know, just together like that. So I was like, I don't know, like, I'm kind of nervous. She's like, it's fine, like we're just gonna eat and like just chat, whatever. And so I was like, okay. And so they came over, we ate with them. Like it was really awkward actually because the guy that I was talking to was really shy, and then Eyebrows and the guy that she was talking to like really hit it off, so they were like together most of the time. Oh, my mom is me texting me. And so like I just remember like the craziest thing was, it was just so awkward because we were all on her couch, and like her TV would like glitch on and off. Like I don't know why it did that, it would just glitch. And so we were on the couch like watching like music videos or whatever, and then it would like glitch off, and like the screen was black, and you could just see us like looking at the screen, like we weren't talking or nothing. It was so uncomfortable. And so every time I would go back, I'd be like, oh my god, thank god. And then it would happen so often, it was so uncomfortable, like so yeah, we just spent time together, and then like we had a great time. It was so weird because, what's her name? Yeah. So Eyebrows and I like ended up having our first kiss with those guys like on the same day, like, and everything. Same like household, same time, just different places. Things like that just like linked us to get even closer, like having crushes on guys in the same friend group, like the guys being older, us experiencing the same things like at the same time. It just made us have a lot of things in common, and that made me like get super close to her and just like lean on her for anything, like advice or just experiences, you know. After then, like we just started hanging out so much and like talking about like school and the boys and just so much. Like we got so close. I'd spend my holidays with her, we'd go the weekends, like, I was with her all the time. Like if you knew me during this time, like you know I was with her basically every day. She was a great friend for a lot of the times, but you know, there's of course pros and cons. The biggest downfalls was like she was super clingy, and I've never had a best friend before. Like So I didn't know what it was like to have somebody like depend on you all the time, just like hang out or like get together or whatever. And I was like, whoa, like she always wants me to be texting her or like just update her on my life, when I literally just saw her yesterday and I spent like 4 hours with her, you know? And it was just a lot for me because I'd never had a best friend or a boyfriend at the same time, and I had to manage both. So freshman year was like when her and I got super close. Like we spent every day together. It's difficult to remember like the timestamps of things because we were friends for so long that it just kind of like merged into one. But I just remember like the midway of freshman years, like her and I were like super close. Like we would just be dumb together. Like we would skip together, we would smoke weed together, we would just do it all, you know? Like she was my best friend. It was fun to have somebody to do that with, but like at the same time I never had that much just kind of pressure, you know, to like respond and like be quick and involve her in everything. And like my sisters, like freshman year I wasn't really close to either of them. I just kind of liked like my own space, like my own friends. I was just really like myself, you know, because I always felt so different than them, and I was just like, they just want to get me in trouble and tell me what not to do and da 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 da. But they would always tell me like, hey, you spend so much time with her, like you need to have your own life, whatever, like hang out with us. And you know, and I was like, you guys are just jealous, like she's my best friend, I don't care. It was just really bad. I would want like bad things that I like, if it was just myself I don't think I would want them, but just because I was with her, like I felt like I needed them. So towards the end of freshman year is when Buttons and I got together. Like he was actually like my boyfriend, and that was really tough for me because like of course she wanted me to hang out with her all the time. Like now that I look back, I'm just like, damn, like it was unreal like how much she wanted me to like be with her. During lunchtime she would always want to hang out with me, and like I wanted to hang out with my boyfriend sometimes, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna hang out with him today, and she would get mad, or like I felt scared to tell her because I knew that she would start an argument or almost be like jealous of him. And so like I made a schedule, like because I hated the pressure and I hated like not knowing and having to update them both at the same time, like, oh, I'm gonna hang out with them today or like her today or whatever. So I made a schedule, like, because I just hated being unorganized and not knowing. Like, I just hated that. And they both got mad that I made a schedule. They were like, wow, like it's only when it's convenient to you. I'm like, no, like I'm just trying to be organized. Like you guys, I'm trying to split time evenly, and it's just tough. And I just did the best I could, okay? So I made a schedule, and I would hang out with I don't remember who. I think I would hang out with her more than him. So I would hang out with her Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and him I would hang out Thursdays and Tuesdays. Or maybe it was the opposite, I don't remember, but like it was just tough for me, and he would get upset, or like I wouldn't say nothing. Like he would just keep a lot of emotions to himself, which ended up not working. But he would never tell me that he was upset, but like I could tell by his face that like he was annoyed, and I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm doing the best I can, I don't know, like she gets mad, and like that's my best friend, like I love her, you know. He was like, no, yeah, I get it, it's just annoying, like I don't have any time with you. I was like, yeah, I agree, but like I don't know what to do. And so I had to do that. Like I had to split my time with them, and it was just tough. Like I'm just such a different person now. It's just crazy. But so that was freshman year, and like it ended up working out okay. Like I would hang out with both of them, and then on the weekends too, like she'd always want to hang out, and then I was like, hey, like I need to spend time with him too. And it was just hard for me to tell her. I don't know why, like I just couldn't find the right words or something, but it was just hard. And I remember like, oh, it was so bad. Like one of our anniversaries, like for Buttons and I don't remember the number, I think it was like 7 or something, because him and I both like the number 7. And like he wanted to hang out with me, but I ended up hanging out with, what was her real name? With Eyebrows, because she made such a big fit. Like she was so upset, and I was like, hey, I can't hang out with you, like I have to hang out with her, like she's really mad, whatever. And like that was like, ugh, like I really did mess up there. But I don't know why, like I just couldn't tell her like no or whatever. Like even now I have trouble saying no to people, but like to that extent it's like really, really tough. Like I should have been comfortable enough to be like, hey, no, like I can't do that to him, like it's a special day for us. But I didn't, and I couldn't, and whatever. So then the summer, like I would mainly hang out with Eyebrows, sometimes with Buttons, but he was also very busy. Like he was very involved with church, so I was just like, you know, it kind of works out. And also like we didn't have a way to transport places, so it was just like my parents didn't let him hang out here. I don't think he's ever asked his parents like if I could hang out there, but we would just go to the park and just talk or whatever and just watch sunsets and, you know, that stuff. But for the most part, like I was with Eyebrows. And then I remember the first day of sophomore year, I did mess up here because this is kind of messed up on my part, but I remember like Eyebrows and I had agreed to hang out together like for the lunch and like the first school assembly and after school catch the bus together, whatever. We had just agreed like the day before to hang out. And then I remember like I was texting Buttons that day and I was like, I was nervous, like I hope I get good classes, whatever. He was like, yeah, he's like, if you want I can walk you to your classes, like I know the school pretty well. In grade years he was 2 years older than me, so when I was a freshman he was a junior, and then when I was a sophomore he was a senior, so he just like was more experienced and he's, you know, he's already had like most of the teachers, whatever. And I was like, yeah, like that'd be really cool, like I'd like that. And so we agreed and he was walking me to every class. And then I remember like when it was already lunchtime, it was after 4th period, I was heading to go meet up with Eyebrows, and then I saw Buttons like right before I got to her, and he just kind of like grabbed my hand, like he just expected me to like walk with him. And then he was like, hey, let's go. And I was like, and you know, I was in love. I didn't want to like tell him like, oh, I already made plans, like I can't, I'm sorry, like I didn't want to tell him that. So I was just like, oh, okay. So I just like walked with him, and then I remember like I didn't even text, like I Snapchatted freaking I Snapchatted Eyebrows and I was like, hey girl, I'm sorry, like I'm gonna hang out with Buttons instead, sorry, but he just wants to get off me today, I hope that's okay. And then like every time I was with him I'd put my phone in like my backpack because I just didn't want to be like, I have this thing where I hang out with people and like I try not to be on my phone just because I think it's rude. And also we only had like 30 minutes together like that day, so I didn't want to spend it on my phone, you know, or like reply to text or whatever, just get distracted. So I'd always put it in my backpack. And so I hung out with him that time, and I remember like when he dropped me out to my 5th period class, like I got my phone like just to see what was up, and she had like spammed me like so much on Snapchat, and like I didn't answer her because I couldn't hear it, like it was in my backpack. And then like I just remember like reading them through, and she was like, I don't know why you did that, that's so fucked up, like da, 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 da. Like she was so mad, like she was cursing me out, and I was just like, oh. I knew I had messed up, and I was like, you know what, you're right, like I'm sorry. But she was really mad for like a couple days, like she did not let that one go, but it cut off, I don't know when. But Eyebrows and her guy didn't end up working out, like they only went out for a few months and then it went downhill from there. But I felt like she was kind of held that against me, that like mine did work out but hers didn't, you know. And I don't know, like she would just hype me up to when like Buttons and I had a problem, like she would just be like you know how you have the devil and the angel like on both your shoulders? She was just the devil, like she would just say like the craziest things, and we were both really petty and like young, and we're stupid. And so if I ever had like a crazy idea, like she would agree or like hype me up, and then it would just cause me to be like dumb for no reason and rude, which I do take ownership of that because it's half and half, like it takes two to tango. But midway sophomore year, I remember like she just cut me off. And I remember at this time I was hanging out with Eyebrows, like we were at the mall. I was hanging out with Buttons, we were like at the mall like looking for something. We had like gotten boba, just walking around stores, and like she sends me like the longest text of my life, like it was so long. And she was just explaining how like she needs to cut me off, like she needs space from me, like I don't even remember what it said, but she was just like, you and I are basically one person and I need to be my own, like I feel stuck, like, I don't remember, just like this whole reason like why she was cutting me off. And it was so unexpected, like for me, I was like, what? Like I was just at her house yesterday, like everything was fine, like I don't know what I did, like I don't know why she's so upset at me. And then Buttons was like, yeah, I don't know, like it could just be her part, like you don't know, you know, like you don't know what she's going through mentally. I was like, yeah, you're right. But like that hit me hard because I feel like friendship breakups are always the worst. Like because you like spend so much time in a person, like you get to know them, and like I didn't have any other friends. Like I dropped all my friends because of her. I don't know, I just felt like weird, and it was just different for me to like go through that, especially since I didn't do anything. Like it was really like on her part. Like I just felt so helpless. I got home and then I started crying. Like I don't want to cry with Buttons because I was like, this isn't his problem, but and he honestly didn't really like her because obviously she was kind of crazy. So I waited until I was home and then I started crying. My sister was like, what's wrong? Like, is the Buttons, did you guys break up? And I was like, no, like it's eyebrows, like she's so mad at me, I don't know why. And then they're like, it's fine, like you're gonna get through it. Like I don't think they understood how upset I was, but I remember like Buttons was really helpful. He was like, I'll never let you through this, da, 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 da. Like he was like, I'll never put you through this hurt. I'm kidding. But he just said like stuff that was really comforting, you know. He's like, I'm here for you, like now we have more time together, like you need to look at the pros of it. I was like, yeah, you're right. It was just uncomfortable because like everyone at school would ask me like, are you guys not friends anymore? Because like literally we were together all the time, and I was like, no we're not. And they're like, oh why? And I was like, I don't know. Like I guess she needs space, but I don't know. It was just weird. Like everyone would question me, like ask me if she was okay. I was like, I don't know. Like she didn't tell me much, honestly. Like I don't know. And so then it lasted for like about a month, I think. She didn't talk to me for a month, and I was starting to like move on with my life. I made new friends, like, you know, just what you do. And then like she messaged me one night. She's like, hey Rebecca, like this is Eyebrows. I just wanted to like talk to you really quick. We don't have to meet in person. I just want to get some things off my chest if that's okay with you. And then I remember when I got that text, I was like, what the hell? Like, and I yelled. Like I saw it and I was like, ah! Like it was just so random. And I told my sister like, dude, she just texted me, like, did I answer her? And they're like, yeah, like answer her, at least like hear her out. And so then I was like, yeah, they're right. And so I was like, yeah, that's okay, like I have time. And then she just like apologized. Like she sent me like her and I would always send like the longest text to each other. So funny. And she just apologized and was like, honestly, like I was going through it, like, and I felt like I needed that time to be alone, like just myself. Like I'm sorry that I didn't explain much to you, and like, you know, just apologize for it. And I was like, no dude, you're okay. Like I get sometimes life gets hard, whatever. Like you don't owe me explanations. Like it's okay. That was honestly too nice on my part. I shouldn't have been that easy on her. Like yeah, I should have forgiven her like I did, but I should have been more harsh, more like like that's okay, but like I'm gonna stay away now. But no, I chose to hang out with her the next day, got together, catched up. Like I just didn't have boundaries with her. Like I really didn't have any boundaries with her, and I just got like back immediately. We just like got right back to where we were. So we would hang out again all the time, no breaks, no space, nothing. So then the second half of sophomore year, we only had like one class together, I think. So that left me more time with like other classmates, and I started making more friends and just like meeting new people. I remember Buttons and I broke up like the end of April, or like almost May. It was like towards graduation time. She was obviously my go-to for a lot of things, and it was just really tough because she didn't really like him and like he didn't like her either. So I felt like it was a burden to tell her things, and then I just felt uncomfortable. So I just kept a lot of things to myself, and like that summer we didn't talk at all. But obviously like I was the saddest I've ever been, I think. I didn't want to talk to people, I didn't want to mingle, I didn't want to go out. Like I just wanted to stay home and just be sad, you know. And she only checked up on me a few times, and I was just like, I didn't think much of it. I was just like, whatever. But like when school was starting up again, like she was texting me so much. I was like, we need to get together for the first day, like da da da. And then I was thinking, I was like, she only wants to hang out with me when it's convenient to her. I'm so sad, and like she doesn't even see that, or like she doesn't care. And she only wants to get together when it's like for her sake, and just so she has somebody to walk to class or whatever. And I was just so annoyed and so over it, and so just numb. I was just like, nah. So on the first day, like I tried to, like, you know when you go and like get your classes and like get your ID, whatever. Like I was a junior, I already knew enough people to be okay on my own, you know. And so when she came up to me, she like hugged me and like as if nothing ever happened. And I was so confused. Like my friend Wilson, I remember he saw me and he was just like, are you okay? And I was just like, bro, like I can't even believe her. Like so weird that she just comes up to me and hugs me. Like we haven't talked in 2 months, like, you know, like that's so weird. And so I remember like I went home and I told her, I was like, hey girl, like I don't think we should be friends. Like, it's been so long since we've talked. Like, I feel like I don't know you anymore. Like, you don't even care, like, about things that I'm going through. And it's just weird. Like, I don't want to be friends. And she was like, okay, like, if that's how you feel, that's fine, whatever. My camera shut off. It's been a few hours. I needed to let it charge. Sorry if I look different and the lighting is weird. It's really dark right now. But last thing I left off was, I basically told her we couldn't be friends anymore. We stopped being friends. Junior year was like my roughest slash best year. A lot of up and downs, and she wasn't there for that, so it just kind of taught me that, like, I could handle it on my own. And yeah, I learned so much from her. And like at the endish of junior year, we talked for a minute. We just kind of like cleared the air. It wasn't like awkward or anything. Like, I would say in school and just like whatever. And we're like, you know what, we're best friends for a really long time. Like, thank you for that experience. I think it was honestly good that we weren't in each other's lives anymore. Like, we both grew in great ways, and some people are just meant to be friends. Like, it's okay to outgrow people and to not always be friends with them, and to only have them for a short amount of time, because that's the thing that I struggle with the most. I think it's like letting people go. Like, I just feel like I'm always hopeful that we'll be friends again, or like I'm hopeful that they'll change, or that I'll change, or whatever the circumstances are. I struggle with that. But I was for sure one of my biggest lessons in high school as well as in my life. But yeah, there's a lot of mini story times I could tell within those time frames, but I think that's gonna be all for today. Hoping I didn't miss something major. I don't remember though, because yeah, and it just kind of sucked when we stopped being friends, because like I would miss like her dad. Like, her dad was really cool, or like her dog, or just like the company, you know, that they would bring. And their dynamic was really different than my family's dynamic, so like I was just introduced to a lot of differences that I've never seen before in like families, or like love language and things like that. But yeah, overall good experiences, taught me so much, and I'm very grateful. Also, I took off my lashes. I'm sorry if I look crazy, but that's gonna be all for today. I actually like doing story time, so I might do more of them, more juicy ones, but I'm just scared to expose myself because I was crazy. I'm still a little crazy, but like I feel like I've definitely calmed down. Like, anyways, leave me ideas for what to film. This is my last week of school. It's finals weeks. It's final week. It's finals week. It's finals week. There we go. And I'm definitely taking the next semester off, and I am gonna go crazy. I don't care. I will safely be crazy because we're still in a pandemic. I take this off. It's hot right now, but thank you guys so much. Oh my god, wait, next time when I film, I think my cousins are gonna be here. They're coming into town on Saturday. Today's currently Tuesday. It's 9:30. Leave me ideas of what to film with my cousins, and then like also in general. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon, and stay tuned. Bye. Pizza, pizza, pizza. Oh no, that's incorrect. Let me silence that actually. Hold on, my mom keeps texting me. I'm so sorry. Let me not say that whole story. Oh my god.
Apenas salí, María, ya vengo en camino, ¿ok? ¿Por qué, mija? ¿Ocupas algo? Quería pasar nomás a echar gas. I love you.
No, ma, no ocupo nada. Nada más estaba preguntando, pero que ahorita te veo. Bye. Love you too. I don't know if I told her. We out.
Just like magic, middle finger to my thumb.